Look like Diana Taurasi is currently in the headlines for breaking her silence about Caitlin Clark and their relationship.
Diana Taurasi, the legend who famously warned Caitlin Clark that reality is coming, has done a complete 180. She's now claiming they're really good friends and praising the very player she seemed ready to watch get humbled. This stunning pivot from harsh critic to #1 supporter has left the sports world speechless, and it raises a massive question. Was this a genuine change of heart or a calculated move from a veteran star trying to protect her own legacy? The truth behind this sudden alliance is far more strategic than you think, revealing a behind-the-scenes battle of influence, money, and power that is shaking up the entire WNBA. Let's rewind the clock to the moment that started it all. As Caitlin Clark was preparing to make her leap from college phenom to WNBA rookie, the hype surrounding her was unlike anything the sport had ever seen. She was shattering records, captivating millions, and single-handedly making women's basketball the hottest ticket in town. But while most were celebrating her impending arrival, one of the sport's most respected figures offered a cold dose of reality. On a national broadcast, Diana Taurasi was asked what Clark could expect in the pros. Her response wasn't just advice, it was a veiled warning. She said, "Reality is coming. You look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time." The comment instantly went viral, and the narrative was set. Taurasi was the gatekeeper, the voice of an old guard that seemed almost eager to see the young phenom get humbled. It felt less like mentorship and more like a promise of a rough welcome, setting the stage for a conflict between the league's past and its explosive future. But a funny thing happened on the way to that reality check. The reality that came wasn't the one Taurasi predicted. Caitlin Clark didn't just join the WNBA. She took it over. It wasn't a ripple. It was a tidal wave that lifted the entire league to unprecedented heights. The humbling never arrived. Instead, it was the league that was humbled by Clark's incredible and immediate power. Arenas that once had sections of empty seats were now sold out battlegrounds, with fans paying premium prices just to get a glimpse of her. Television ratings didn't just climb. They exploded, breaking records on a weekly basis and bringing in millions of new viewers. The Caitlin Clark effect became a real, measurable phenomenon. For the first time in its history, the league approved full-time charter flights for all teams. A monumental shift that was largely credited to the intense rock star-level spotlight Clark brought with her. She wasn't just another talented rookie adjusting to the pros. She was a cultural and commercial force who was fundamentally changing the economics of the sport. In real time, Taurasi's prediction wasn't just wrong. It was a colossal underestimation of the storm that was coming. And then, just as the season was in full swing and Clark's impact was undeniable, something shifted. The critic-in-chief suddenly became the lead cheerleader. In a recent interview that sent shockwaves through the sports world, Diana Taurasi executed a complete and total reversal of her previous stance. Without a hint of her former skepticism, she said, "Me and Caitlin are really good friends. We get along really well. We've had some great interactions. I just absolutely love what she does on the court, off the court." She went on to praise Clark's seriousness and her impact on the game, stating that Clark has taken this game to new heights. The whiplash was intense. The very same person who spoke of grown women waiting to put a rookie in her place was now claiming a close, personal friendship and admiring the very qualities that made Clark a dominant star. This was a 180-degree pivot, so sharp and so sudden that it felt less like a natural evolution of thought and more like a complete system reboot, leaving everyone wondering what could have possibly caused such a dramatic change of tune. So what could possibly motivate such a drastic and public change of heart? The answer might lie not on the court, but in the bank. As Taurasi watched the Caitlin Clark effect unfold, she wasn't just watching a great basketball player. She was watching a commercial juggernaut being born. The league was attracting massive new sponsors, media deals were getting bigger, and player visibility was at an all-time high, all driven by one person. For a recently retired legend like Taurasi, who is now building a career in media and carefully curating her brand,